Consider a resolution this coming week opposing the Pelican River Forest and public land acquisitions. We'll have those details as your local weekend news starts right now.
News Watch 12 with Kyle Pazorski, Mohammed Abdul Kawi, and Conrad Sapinski.
Welcome to News Watch 12 Weekend. I'm Kyle Pazorski. Excuse me. Tonight, cyclists took advantage of the beautiful sunshine and participated in the annual Rip, Zip, and Sip. It's a bike racing event featuring a single lap 7K race as well as a 21K for those who wanted an extra challenge. Participants got up bright and early this morning and headed out on their fat tire bikes to the well-groomed Lambeau Zip Trails. Race director Dan Trapp says that it was a perfect opportunity to take in the sunshine and enjoy the outdoors before spring officially sets in.
It was interesting. We were a little worried at first. Last week, I think we only had 11 registered. We had so many people the last couple of days now registered. You know, they probably looked at the weather, and that helps. And it was like 15 people yesterday, and we ended up with 50 riders total.
We spoke with several racers, including Heidi Lemmer and Angela Clothier, who said they had a great time being out on the trails.
I think we did great.
We finished.
We were going neck and neck
the
whole time, and it was great.
She motivated me, that's for sure.
All the proceeds from the race made up from the Rip, Zip, and Sip will go towards maintaining the trail system. And meteorologist Conrad Sapinski joins us for a first glance at the forecast. Conrad, beautiful day to be out there to do something like that, right?
Yeah, exactly. And we had lots of sunshine, too. It's like the best of both worlds.
Maybe not for someone who likes.
Yeah, not for snowmobilers or skiers, not today. Tomorrow, same story. Temperatures will be pretty much in those mid to upper 30s. So we did have a 40-degree mark in Tomahawk just around the corner. In general, though, lots of 30s in the area and well above average temperatures. Now, things cool down, but not much. We're still hovering at around 28 to 29, maybe 30 degrees in some spots. Look at Rhinelander, 30 degrees. So, yeah, we are well above our average for what we should be this time of year. The wind is pretty much blowing out of the southeast, bringing in all those mild temperatures. Tomorrow is going to be the same story. We're going to have temperatures well above average with that wind bringing in all of those temperatures from the south. We do have a pretty increasing clouds right now. I'd say mostly cloudy at the moment, and things will continue to stay the same overnight tonight as temperatures not really cool down. We'll be hovering in those mid to upper 20s. Kyle?
Hey, Conrad, mark your calendars. The date for this year's Powerhouse Long and Leisure Steaks for Paws Steak Cook-Off is finally set. It will take place on Tuesday, August 29th at Powerhouse's location on Main Street in Merrill. The event will be all about who can make the best steak, with the top prize being $1,000. Proceeds from the event will go to the Lincoln County Humane Society. You can sign up and find more information at steakcookoffs.com. On Tuesday night, the United County Board of Supervisors is scheduled to hear a resolution in opposition to the purchasing of conservation and access easements as part of the Pelican River Forest. The forest site sits in eastern Oneida County and part of Lane Lake and Forest counties. The resolution objects to the state removing future taxable land by purchasing the easements and goes on to say that the DNR and state should, quote, ought to cease the unsustainable and runaway debt of the Knowles Nelson Stewardship Fund. The county board meeting is scheduled to take place at 9:30 a.m. Tuesday in the county courthouse here in Rhinelander. And in southern Wisconsin, a food sanitation company has now paid $1.5 million in financial penalties for illegally employing more than 100 teens, while also exposing them to dangerous conditions. At least 102 minors between the ages of 13 and 17 worked for Packers Sanitation Services, Inc., or PSSI, according to the U.S. Department of Labor Wage and Hour Division. The company is based out of southwest Wisconsin near Dubuque, Iowa. Department of Labor officials said the teens worked overnight shifts using hazardous chemicals to clean saws and other high-risk equipment. As part of a court order, PSSI paid a $1.5 million fine, which amounts to around $15,000 for each employee under the age of 18. Well, coming up, 9 children were shot in Georgia. Police say the gunman opened fire on a large crowd at a gas station around 10 last night. Plus, President Jimmy Carter has gone into hospice care. A spokesperson says the former president will spend his remaining time at home with family. We'll have that and more in national news after weather when we come back.
former prosecutor, now circuit court judge, Janet Protasewicz. On the Supreme Court, she'll be a common-sense judge. She believes in protecting our freedoms, fairness for all, and public safety. Janet Protasewicz for Supreme Court.
One thing that surprised me about the RVA is they want to do school, whereas it was kind of a struggle before.
All of the educators, the staff, the therapists, the specialists, everybody is so knowledgeable. And my favorite thing is that we all work together as a team for the kids. I really feel like we're partners with the RVA. I just love it so much. I know I've said that before, but like I love the RVA.
Spread the love this February at Cellcom. Now through February 19th, buy one smartphone and get one free. Choose from the latest phones by top brands, a deal almost as sweet as your Valentine. Plus, spread the love even more and buy one, get one free on connected tablets, smartwatches, and cameras. Mix and match to get something for you and for the ones you love. Visit cellcom.com/BOGO for details.
Right now is absolutely the best time of year to buy furniture, and Slumberland Furniture is the best place during our huge President's Sale. Come see our special offers throughout the store. Plus, special financing is available for convenient monthly payments. Check out our incredible doorbuster deals on now, like this love seat free when you purchase the matching sofa for only $5.98. Plus, many more great doorbusters. Start Saturday. They won't last long, so hurry in. The President's Doorbuster Sale while they last.
As a prosecutor for 25 years and now as a judge, I know what it takes to keep Wisconsin communities safe. I'm Judge Janet Protasewicz. On the Supreme Court, we need more common sense and less extremism. It's time for a change.
Welcome back, folks. We made it. It's the weekend. Wow, how exciting it is Saturday. This is a picture I took in Fairbanks, Alaska, the Northern Lights. It was spectacular. Seeing it in person was 10 times better than in pictures. I don't know if you folks seen the Northern Lights yesterday. I couldn't see it, but I was here in town. Did not go out of my way to see it outside of town. Right now, though, we do have some increasing clouds, and that's associated with another quick moving low for tomorrow. Not much accumulations for us. We're looking at a couple of flurries. Overall, though, much of the country is pretty quiet. That low pressure system in the northeast, long gone. A little bit of rain by St. Louis, southern Illinois as well. A couple of snowflakes in northern Minnesota, but not much going on yet. Sunday into Sunday night, we're looking at a couple of flurries. Then Monday into Monday night, we're looking at another quick moving system moving into the area. We're looking at a quick 1 to 3 inches of snowfall by the morning hours on Tuesday. Then again, Tuesday night, another round of snow, maybe around an inch of snow Tuesday night into Wednesday. Then it gets very interesting, folks. We'll definitely keep an eye on this one. You see all those darker blue colors? That is some pretty steady snow that's going to continue to move in overnight Wednesday into the day on Thursday. So that's definitely not going to be the best time to be outside with all that snow coming down. We're looking at a pretty good low pressure system in the area. And then once again, another round of snow moves in Friday night into Saturday. So yes, it is going to be a very active weather pattern with a good amount of snow throughout the whole entire week. We've been very dry the last several weeks. We've had only half an inch of snow so far in town this month, but big changes are on the way. So like I said, through Monday into Tuesday, we're looking at 1 to 3 inches, maybe even some spots of around 4 inches of snow. And then by Wednesday into Thursday, it gets a bit more interesting than that. Temperatures have been pretty mild. You see all this warm air, those darker blue colors. 50s earlier in St. Louis. Even Chicago was in on some 40s earlier today. So lots of warm air made its way up north. And that's going to continue to be a trend for tomorrow, as our average high should be around 27, 28 degrees. So tomorrow into Monday, we're above that. Then Tuesday, we get colder, 23 degrees as a high. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we continue to cool off back into the teens before another slow warm-up returns by Saturday into next Sunday. Tonight, though, temperatures will pretty much stay steady at what they are right now in those mid to upper 20s. Increasing clouds, though, with a light breeze. Tomorrow, another warm day. Temperatures in the mid to upper 30s. Cloudy skies, though, with a couple of flurries in the area. Our 7-day outlook brought to you by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress does show a little bit of the snow in the area on Monday. Then once again, Wednesday into Thursday with cooler temperatures in the area, and then we clear up by Friday with another round of snow Friday night into Saturday. Kyle?
Thank you, Conrad. In national news, former President Jimmy Carter, the country's longest living president, is back at home in Plains, Georgia tonight after a hospital stay. But he is now foregoing medical treatment and entering end-of-life hospice care. We don't have much detail on the former president's health issues, but the 98-year-old has been in and out of the hospital in recent years and fought off cancer well into his 90s. His grandson today saying that both Mr. Carter and his wife Rosalind are at peace. Monica Alba has the very latest.
Tonight, former President Jimmy Carter at home, surrounded by those who love him most. The Carter Center announcing he decided Saturday to receive hospice care instead of additional medical intervention after a series of recent hospital stays. The oldest living president turned 98 in October and will spend the rest of his time in Plains, Georgia, with Rosalind, his wife of 7 decades, by his side.
Every question was, how did you live with that man so long?
In his 80s, Mr. Carter was diagnosed with melanoma that spread to his liver and brain, defying the odds with the help of an experimental drug. And through it all, always keeping perspective on the fragility of life.
I just thought I had a few weeks left. But I was surprisingly at ease. You know, I've had a wonderful life. I've had thousands of friends, and I've had an exciting and adventurous and gratifying existence.
A man of deep and enduring faith, the former Democratic president dedicated himself to service after one term in office, building homes for those in need and fighting for human rights and democracy. On Saturday afternoon, the 39th president's grandson tweeting, "The Carters are at peace, and as always, their home is full of love."
9 children are being treated at hospitals after being shot at a gas station in Columbus, Georgia. Police say a gunman opened fire on a large crowd at a gas station around 10 last night. The wounded range in age from 5 to 17 years old, including 2 13-year-old girls. They're all being treated for non-life-threatening injuries. No word on what may have sparked the shooting. No arrests have been made at this time. Coming up, Mohammed will be here for a look around the world, but first, it's time to look at the week that was in the world of business. CNBC's Kelly Evans has this recap.
A key measure of inflation concerns some investors. Crypto companies continue to struggle, and electric vehicle woes, all in the week that was. New numbers released this week show that inflation rose more than expected in January, adding to investor concerns that the recent string of Fed rate hikes may not be ending. Consumer prices rose in January by 0.5%, according to a Labor Department report released Tuesday, and 6.4% from a year earlier. A tough week for the crypto industry. FTX's former CEO, Sam Bankman-Fried, was warned by a judge in his fraud and conspiracy case that he could see his bail revoked if he violates any of the conditions set by the court. Meanwhile, the SEC charged another crypto leader, Do Kwon, and his company Terraform Labs with fraud in connection to the collapse of Terra stablecoins that we saw investors lose tens of billions of dollars on. And Berkshire Hathaway Vice Chair Charlie Munger doubled down on his crypto criticism, calling virtual currency worthless and saying it's crazy, stupid gambling. And Ford was forced to pause production and shipment of its electric F-150 Lightning after discovering a battery problem during routine inspection. And it comes as Tesla issued a recall for over 350,000 vehicles for issues with its self-driving software. I'm Kelly Evans. Get all your business news on CNBC.
To everyone who believes in tradition, come enjoy a few of ours from Wisconsin.
People in Wisconsin love a good fish fry.
Really love. And we love sharing it with guests everywhere. At Culver's, we still batter our North Atlantic cod by hand to order.
And we cook it to a crispy, golden perfection just for you.
For you.
For you. So it's crispy outside, flaky inside.
Let us take care of you.
With some homegrown traditions we were raised on.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
It's Auto Show. The deals start now, and so should you. Get started on your next Ford SUV, like Bronco, Explorer, or the new Escape. Get here to get a deal on the SUV's #1 in brand loyalty. It's Auto Show. The deals start now, and so should you. During Auto Show, choose FlexBuy on Escape, Edge, or Explorer with 3.9% APR financing for 66 months plus 1,000 Auto Show cash.
Exciting things call for a drum roll, like this new offer on one of Wisconsin's favorite lotto games. It's Super Cash 5 will get you 6. During February, when players buy a $5 or greater Super Cash ticket, they'll get a bonus ticket with 2 additional plays for the next drawing. Only in February. This exciting offer from the Wisconsin Lottery is going fast.
Spread the love this February at Cellcom. Now through February 19th, buy one smartphone and get one free. Choose from the latest phones by top brands, a deal almost as sweet as your Valentine. Plus, spread the love even more and buy one get one free on connected tablets, smartwatches, and cameras. Mix and match to get something for you and for the ones you love. Visit cellcom.com/BOGO for details.
Welcome back. Now we'll take a look around the world, starting in Turkey, where the death toll from last week's powerful earthquake now stands at a little over 40,000, while Syria next door has reported more than 5,800 deaths. Drone video shot in Turkey today shows a tent city that has been built inside of a stadium. Families left homeless by the quake are now living there. Not far away, rescue crews continue to look through the rubble of demolished buildings as they listen for signs of life. The quake destroyed more than 260,000 apartments in Turkey, where many people are still missing. North Korea on Saturday afternoon launched what is presumed a long-range ballistic missile, according to South Korea's top officials. The test launch comes a day after the North warned of what is called the unprecedented strong responses if the U.S. and South Korea move ahead with military exercises. Secretary of State Antony Blinken weighed in on the sidelines of the Munich Security Conference. Saturday's North Korean test missile reportedly traveled more than 550 miles over more than 60 minutes' time. A missile launched from last March had a slightly longer flight distance and time. The U.S. has formally declared that Russia has committed crimes against humanity in its war on Ukraine. It comes as 1 year anniversary of Russia's invasion of Ukraine is less than a week away. Isabel Rosales has the latest.
On Saturday, Vice President Kamala Harris said the evidence is clear, outlining Russian crimes against humanity. The declaration came during the Munich Security Conference in Germany, where her visit was part of the Biden administration's intense efforts to show commitment to Ukraine's sovereignty and unity among Western allies.
We have examined the evidence. We know the legal standards, and there is no doubt these are crimes against humanity.
The vice president's speech cited evidence of indiscriminate attacks that deliberately targeted civilians. It includes the bombings of a maternity hospital that killed a pregnant mother and a theater in Mariupol where hundreds were killed.
Think of the images of Bucha. Civilians shot in cold blood. Their bodies left in the street.
Also in Germany at the conference, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken, who echoed Vice President Harris's speech in a statement, saying the determination was based on a careful analysis of the law and available facts.
The solidarity with and support for Ukraine remains stronger than ever. And there is a great determination among virtually all of the countries represented here to continue that support for as long as it takes for Ukraine to succeed.
The U.S. accusation against Russia comes as February 24th marks 1 year since Russia launched its war on Ukraine. I'm Isabel Rosales reporting.
The latest proclamation comes after the U.S. government announced last year that members of the Russian armed forces committed war crimes in Ukraine. Kyle?
Well, thank you, Mohammed. When we come back, the Rhinelander boys swimming team won Division II state championship yesterday for the first time in school history. We'll take a look at how they did it after the break.
As a nurse, your capacity to give is superhuman until it's not. These days, nearly every nurse is exhausted. You deserve an employer who shares your passion for keeping people healthy, including you. Join Peter Christensen Health Center today. Work fewer hours, enjoy regular schedules, rebalance your life with your passion. Your loved ones will thank you. Your new healthcare team will appreciate you. And your new patients will be grateful for you. Quit the chaos. Be your best self. Join us today.
You've got this. 10 days, 2 kids, and the open road. Tourist traps? Set. Souvenir allowances? Dispersed. Juice boxes? Abundant. You've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you, with access to over 30,000 surcharge-free ATMs. So when must-see attractions become must-pay with cash adventures, we've got you.
Mom, why is the front door open?
You've got this with Associated Bank.
The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is here and ready to help. Anyone in Wisconsin can call, text, or chat to get connected to a trained 988 counselor. Trained counselors are here to support anyone experiencing a suicidal, mental health, or substance use crisis. You can also contact 988 if you're concerned about someone. 988 is confidential and free to all Wisconsin residents. 988 24/7. Call, text, chat. Here to support you.
I just got the new Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra from US Cellular. With the most powerful processor yet, it can game smoother than ever. With nightography, it can take selfies in low light. Click. And with a longer battery life and US Cellular's 5G network, it can stream my favorite shows around the clock.
Amazing. Can it go back in the back?
Yeah, it can go back into the back.
Okay. Did you just kiss the phone?
The new Samsung Galaxy S23.
I don't think I did.
Free for everyone from US Cellular.
I kissed it? Yes.
When the Hodag won the Best High School Mascot in America award, everyone wanted that day to be the official Hodag Day here in Rhinelander. Now, I'd like to recommend another day to be called Hodag Day, February 17th. That was the day that Rhinelander boys and girls basketball teams took down their rival Anago in epic fashion, and oh yeah, the boys swimming team winning the first state title in school history. Newswatch 12's Serenity Douglas has the recap.
Hodag swimming has been successful in conference championship for years, but with conference success brings state ambitions. The Hodags clinched the first WIAA D2 boys swim championship, scoring a total of 256 points.
It's a dream come true. That's all I can say. It's everything that they wanted all season, and they, you know, we didn't always want to say it because we wanted to be humble and just keep working hard and doing it, and that they really worked, and everything fell in the right place tonight.
Hodags had many victories throughout the day, one of which the 200 medley relay where they took down the school record. But here was the turning point of the meet. Rhinelander wins the 200 freestyle relay and set another school record. This pushed them to second place, 39 points behind Shorewood.
It's amazing. It's amazing. We knew in ourselves that we could go out and we could win it, but it didn't seem like anyone else knew that. So we had to go and prove everyone wrong, and we knew if we hit our times that we could do this.
It came down to the last event. They needed to either place fourth or have Shorewood not win. The emotions were heavy at this point.
The rest of the guys that weren't in the relay were over there huddled up. We said a prayer, and you know, we prayed, and we knew that our hard work would pay off, and we trusted those guys in the 400. They went crazy times, faster than anything I could have imagined. And you know, the rest of the guys, everyone set it up, and they went out and they finished it, and they brought us home. It was amazing.
I'm Serenity Douglas here in Waukesha, Wisconsin, Newswatch 12.
Let's jump out of the pool and head on over to the hardwood. After a tough loss to Marshfield on Thursday, Wausau West girls basketball team was looking to get back in the win column and gain some momentum before their playoff game against Appleton East. Standing in their way, though, was a tough Pulaski team. Let's see if the Warriors could end their regular season with a win at home. Here in the first half, Pulaski trying to put something together. Taylor Olson passes it to Madeline Christensen, who will get the tough layup for the Red Raiders. The Warriors trying to respond, and they'll do just that with a big-time three ball here from Kinsey Deaton. And check out this great block here from Lexi White. She gets the stuff on Pulaski, takes it coast to coast, calls her own number, and sinks the jumper for two, and the Warriors are looking great. Later that half, a great cut to the basket from Emma Moorhead leads to an easy bucket down low, and Wausau West is going to go on to win this one 50-27. Now let's head over to the ice where the Wendigo hosted the Minnesota Wilderness in their Stick It to Cancer game. Here in the first period, the Wilderness are on the attack. Bo Cosman finds Michael Quinn right here, who launches this slap shot for the first goal of the game. Later that period, Sawyer Scholes on a breakaway, and he's going to find the back of the net to make it 2-0 Wilderness. But the Wendigo came back firing, and after a barrage of shots like these, they went on to win it in overtime and complete the comeback 6-5. Rhinelander's Parker Retzlaff finished in 4th place today at the Daytona International Speedway in the Beef It's What's for Dinner 300 race. This is Retzlaff's first race in the NASCAR Xfinity Series since he signed a full-time contract with them a few weeks ago. We'll be right back after the break.
Madison liberals are trying to take over the Wisconsin Supreme Court. That's why we need to elect conservative Justice Dan Kelly. Dan Kelly has a proven record of protecting our freedoms and cast the deciding vote to end the COVID lockdowns of our schools and businesses. Sheriffs across Wisconsin have endorsed Dan Kelly because he has a record of enforcing the law. On February 21st, vote conservative Justice Dan Kelly for Wisconsin Supreme Court. Fair Courts America paid for and is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Emmerich Properties leases office, storage, and manufacturing space, as well as apartments, duplexes, and homes. We are your first call, your last call, your only call for your rental or lease needs.
Habush attorneys are the best of what a personal injury attorney is about.
To get the most money for your case, you need to have a law firm that's unrelenting.
We will fight with all that we have in person power, in knowledge, and experience to bring about the result they deserve.
I can't give them their life back how it was, but I can give them the financial compensation to get their life back on track.
Kathleen Madigan, Boxed Wine and Tiny Banjos Tour.
Well, my parents are in Florida in the winter right now, as most Midwest old people with a car. And my parents bought a new car. They bought a black Lincoln Town Car. Little did they know that that's one of the more expensive rides on the Uber app, so I have signed them up to be Uber drivers.
Kathleen Madigan, Saturday, March 25th at Grand Theater, Wausau. Buy tickets now at the Grand's ticket office or at grandtheater.org. Kathleen Madigan.
Us. This isn't us. Is it? When did we get so connected to our devices and so disconnected from each other? And when our phones have turned us into this? LT, what do you do when you're a company that sells them? We gotta fix this. It's time to find what we're missing. Join us in taking a break from our devices. Take the phones down for 5 challenge for 5 days, 5 hours, or even just 5 minutes. Feels good. And let's find us again. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Stay on top of breaking news and the biggest stories of the day with NBC News Daily. Get in-depth reporting from across the country and around the world. Tips to take care of your health and your wallet. And up-to-the-minute local news. NBC News Daily, weekdays on NBC.
We've been very dry the last several weeks. Only ½ an inch of snow in February and 5.5 inches of snow since the last month. Yeah, but big changes are on the way. We are going to enter a more active weather pattern and cooler temperatures will be rolling on in. Not tomorrow, though. Temperatures will be in those mid to upper 30s. A cool down starts on Monday, and then temperatures continue to cool off with lots of snow on the way the rest of the week, especially Wednesday into Thursday as another strong low pressure system moves on in.
Well, that does it for our casual Saturday edition of Newswatch 12 Weekend. Have a great night, everyone.